Hello everyone, myself Janvi Darshan Raut, lecturer in Electronics and Telecommunication Department of Praveen Patel College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. In this video, we are going to study our next part of the second chapter, that is pulse code modulation techniques. So learners will able to learn the PCM modulation, DPCM modulation and digital delta modulation. So we'll start with the pulse code modulation technique. PCM is the type of pulse modulation like PAM, pulse amplitude modulation, pulse width modulation, or pulse modulation. But this is an important difference between them. PAM, PWM, or PPM are analog pulse modulation systems, where PCM is the digital pulse modulation system. That means the PCM output is in the coded digital form. It is in the form of digital pulses, so constant amplitude, width, and position. So now definition for the PCM. Pulse code modulation is a digital scheme for transmitting analog data. The information is transmitted in the form of code words. A PCM system consists of a PCM encoder or transmitter and a PCM decoder or the receiver. The essential operations in the PCM transmitter are sampling, quantizing, and encoding. All these operations are usually performed in the same circuit called as the analog to digital converter. It should be understood that the PCM is not modulation in the conventional sense, because the modulation, one of the characteristics of the carrier, is varied in proportion with the amplitude of the modulating signal. Because in modulation, one of the characteristics of carrier is varied in proportion with the amplitude of modulation signal, nothing of that sort happen in PCM. So this block diagram of PCM system consists of the transmitter and receiver block. So there is a message signal, that is input x of t, then it will having PCM transmitter, PCM pulses, communication channel, PCM pulses, and the PCM receiver, and at last the message signal, or you can say the output side. The transmitter of the PCM transmitter converts the message signal x of t into a series of coded pulses and send it over the communication channel. A transmitter is also called as the encoder. The receiver performs exactly in the reverse way as compared to the transmitter. It will convert the received encoded PCM back to the message signal. This is the block diagram of PCM transmitter. It is having a low pass filter, sample and hold circuit, quantizer, encoder, parallel to serial converter, and a feedback pulse generator, and lastly the output of the PCM. So I'm going to explain the operation of PCM transmitter. The analog signal x of t is passed through the band limited low pass filter, which has a cutoff frequency Fc is omega hertz. This will ensure that x of t will not have any frequency component higher than omega. This will eliminate the possibility of aliasing. The band limited analog signal is then applied to a sample and hold circuit, where it is sampled at adequately highly sampling rate. The output of sampling and hold block is the flat top palm signal. These samples are then subjected to the operation called quantization or the quantizer. The quantization process is the process of approximation, as will be the explained later on. The quantization is used to reduce the effect of noise. The combined effect of sampling and quantization produces the quantized palm at the quantizer output. The quantized palm pulses are applied to an encoder, which is basically an A to D converter. Each quantized level is converted into an n-bit digital word by word A to D converter. The value of n can be 8, 16, 32, or 64. The encoder output is converted into a stream of pulses by the parallel to serial converter block. Thus, at the PCM transmitter output, we get a train of digital pulses. A pulse generator produces a train of rectangular pulses with the each pulse of duration of t seconds. The frequency of this signals fs is in hertz. This signal acts as a sampling signal for the sample and hold block. The same signal acts as a clock signal for the parallel to serial converter. The frequency fs is the adjusted to the satisfy the Nyquist criteria. So here is the waveform at the different point in PCM transmitters. PCM receiver. This block diagram shows the PCM receiver diagram. Now we are going to about the operation of PCM receiver. In short, a PCM signal contaminated with the noise is available at the receiver output. The regeneration circuit at the receiver will separate the PCM pulses from noise and will reconstruct the original PCM signal. The pulse generator has to operate in synchronization with the with that at the transmitter. Thus, at the regeneration circuit output, we get a clean PCM signal. The reconstruction of PCM signal is possible due to digital nature of PCM. The reconstructed PCM signal is then passed through a serial to parallel converter. Out of this block is then applied to a decoder. A decoder is D to A converter which performs exactly the opposite operation of the encoder. The decoder output is the sequence of quantized multi-level pulses. The quantized PM signal is thus obtained at the output of the decoder. The quantized palm signal is passed through a low-pass filter to recover the analog signal x of t. The low-pass filter is called as reconstruction filter and its cutoff frequency is equal to the message bandwidth omega. So now we'll see the advantages of PCM. The PCM is convenient for long distance communication. It has higher transmitter efficiency. It has higher noise immunity. Now disadvantages of PCM pulse code modulation techniques are PCM requires large bandwidth. Encoding, decoding and quantizing circuit of PCM is very complex. And the lastly applications of the PCM modulation. The satellite, they use PCM transmission. It is used in space communication, it is used in telephony. The compact disc CD is the recent application of the PCM. Now next is DPCM, differential pulse code modulation. So this is the block diagram of this DPCM. In a PCM system, a signal x of t is sampled at rate which is slightly higher than the Nyquist rate. It is observed that the resulting sampled signal has a high correlation between the adjacent samples. That means there is a correlation between the adjacent samples. So it is observed that generally the signal x of t does not change rapidly from one sample to the next. The signal at each point are named as x and t of s, x bar and t of s, such as the predictor. Now DPCM receiver. The block diagram of DPCM receiver consists of a decoder, a predictor and a summer circuit or the summarization of circuit. The notation of signals is the same as the previous ones. In the absence of noise, the encoded receiver input will be the same as the encoded transmitter output. The predictor assumes a value based on the previous outputs. The input given to the decoder is processed and the output is summed up with the output of the predictor to obtain the better output. Advantages of DPCM: as the difference between signals is being encoded and transmitted by PCM techniques, a small difference voltage is to be quantized and encoded. This will need less number of quantization level and hence less number of representation bits. Thus, signaling rate and bandwidth of DPCM system will be less than that of PCM. Disadvantages: high bitrate needs the predictor circuit and practical usage is limited. Thank you.